What is the goal? The goal is to be able to speak succinctly. What does that actually mean? Well, in one way, it means being able to make simple statements on complex topics and ideas. Einstein had a thing about this. If we could explain it to, let's say, a 10-year-old, and that 10-year-old could explain it to another 10-year-old, then we know that the idea we have has been understood. We know that we are able to explain our idea in a coherent, succinct, and understandable fashion. Seems easy enough, right? I remember when I was at university, and because I was studying, because of the literature that I was reading, the language that I spoke mirrored the literature and the research that I was doing. And this was a far cry from the kind of language I needed to use. When I left university and started practicing as a clinician, my audience changed. Your audience will govern the kind of language you use. So it's important to define the audience. So how do we practice making simpler statements? I think it's important just to reiterate, by making it simpler, you're not dumbing it down, you're making the language more accessible, so at least your audience can understand what it is that you're trying to say. One idea is stick to one idea, one sentence. I went to the restaurant yesterday. It was Indian cuisine. I hadn't been there before, but someone had recommended it to me. So you continue building simple sentences using one idea per sentence, and slowly you get to build paragraphs and soliloquies and so on and so forth. My recommendation is using a topic that you talk about on a regular basis as a framework. Script exactly what you're going to say, and then look at the language that you are using so that we can simplify it if need be. In terms of simplification, what you want to do again is make the language accessible to the audience that you are presenting to. Now, your language may change depending on who your audience is, but it's always a good point to start with, the lowest common denominator, if you like. So you're going to write your script, exactly what you're going to say in its full form, not bullet points, in its full form. And as you go through your script, start using accessible language, simple statements. If it helps, put one idea into one sentence and list these sentences. What we can do afterwards is connect the sentences in order that they flow and sound more in line with how you sound when you talk.